Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. So as you saw in the title, this is one of my bigger payday preps, and I paid $0 for this payday prep, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm even missing one or two items on that table because they couldn't fit. Now, towards the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you how I got all of this stuff for free. But that's going to be more of a conversation because I don't want to lead anyone down the wrong path. All right. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I got, around how much it costs. Well, it didn't really cost anything, about how much it costs if you were to pay for it, why I got it. And as you can see, some of these things here are not really prep items. They're everyday items. I just thought I'd share them with you. Thank you for joining in. Hope you enjoy. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I got some ground beef. Obviously, you can tell that this is all from Costco's. All right, so I got some ground beef. I ended up getting 2 of these packs, which comes out to roughly 14 pounds of ground beef. And normally the price is $3.99 a pound, which is roughly what we pay for in this area when it's a good price. I believe that if I go to the commissary, I can get the 80/20 for about $3.59 a pound, but this one here is 88% lean. I did a little splurging. I got some tri-tip steak, all right, beef loin tri-tip steak, and this is pretty pricey. It's usually not something that I would get on a regular basis, but I thought that I would treat myself and my family with these really beautifully marbled pieces of steak. Uh-oh. And this is obviously not going to go into a pressure cooker or the freezer. I'm leaving it out, and we're going to be eating these within the next couple of days. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is one of my favorite, if not my favorite part of the cow or ox, whatever you want to call it. I ended up getting 3 of these 5-pound packs. Well, this one's 4 pounds, but they average around 5 pounds a piece. I ended up getting 3 of these so I could stick them in the freezer because I'm just afraid that the price on these are going to go higher and higher. These now sell for $6.99 a pound, whereas a month ago it was $5.99 a pound. So I ended up getting 3 of these. You can consider this one of my payday preps because this is going in the freezer, and we'll probably go through one of these packs every month or 2 months. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a Costco near you and you like chicken wings, give these guys a try. These chicken wings are outstanding. I'm not sure if I mentioned before one of my previous videos, but I remember when my wife made these for the first time, probably about a month ago or so. I was like, did you make these from scratch? She was like, no, these are from Costco. Outstanding chicken wings. They come in different sauces. This one is sweet chipotle barbecue, and they are delicious. They're a little pricey. They're about $15 or $16 each, but they are well worth it if you want to treat yourself. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my boss's fault. He brought some of these to work and shared it with us. And if you like salami, dry salami, this is outstanding. It's just great for a snack, and it comes in a 32-ounce pack. And again, somewhat pricey. I wasn't really worried too much about prices today because I didn't have to pay for this haul. So I ended up getting some things that I normally wouldn't get on a normal basis. I think this was like $14. But again, if you want to treat yourself to something that's really good and you like salami, here you go. This is definitely it. Next thing, ladies and gentlemen, is just some tri-blend cheese. This is marketed as Mexican style blended cheese, but it doesn't have any kind of like taco seasoning flavor or anything like that. It's just shredded cheese that you can use for pretty much anything you want. Also got a couple bags of chips, ladies and gentlemen. Now, don't get on me about that chips are bad for you, because the next thing I'm going to show you, or the next couple of things I'm going to show you, are going to offset these chips being bad, all right? Because it's actually good for you. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. How you like those? Huh? These things are pretty nice. I love these watermelons, and so does Little Miss Alaska Prepper. So I picked some of these up as a treat. They are extremely expensive for my taste, but since it was free, I went ahead and picked them up. I think they're like $10 for both of these watermelons. In addition to that, as you can see, I also picked up a bag of, I believe those are called tangerines, or whatever they call them. They change the name every other year. But I picked up a bag of those. I also got some egg whites. I also got some eggs that are in the fridge. I'm not going to take them out, but I got egg whites as well because I really like making omelets. And in the morning, when everyone is sleeping, I like to be as quiet as possible before I go to work. If I'm going to make myself an omelet or let's say a burrito or something like that that has eggs in it. So these I've never tried before, but I'm going to give them a try and hopefully they're good. I mean, how can you mess up egg whites? And that's the ingredients, egg whites. I also got another one of those 6 carton cases of the shelf-stable milk. That's actually the 2% variety. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a pretty big hit in my house. We don't use it on a regular basis. We only use it when we run out of regular milk. I personally don't really drink milk very much. A little bit in my coffee. That's about it. And very, very rarely do I have some cereal and I'll use some milk. But it's nice that when we run out of the regular stuff that we get in the gallon size, that we can grab one of these and use that. And so far, everyone in my family has liked this milk. And let me tell you, they're pretty picky when it comes to milk. So being that they like this milk, I'm thinking that it's pretty good. And that's actually a little more expensive than what people tell me. I think it was like $6.96 or something like that for that 6-pack. And I hear people saying all the time in the comments that they can get them for $1 a piece at the dollar store. So that's great if you can. Now these, ladies and gentlemen, are awesome. If you guys like cheddar cheese and you like cheese puffs, all right, these are a great alternative to snack on. This is just cheese that they dried out. All right, that's all it is. If you look at the ingredients, it just says cheese and, of course, everything that goes into cheese, like pasteurized milk, enzymes, etc., right? But this is just cheese. And for I didn't buy it. I'm not on no keto diet or anything like that. But for those of you that are on that kind of a diet, these things have 11 grams of protein, 0 sugar, 1 carb. And each of these packs brings 10 servings. You guys can see that. 10 servings. They're about $8 and change. But if you think about it, each serving is costing you probably about 80 cents or so. And it's better than eating chips if you're on that kind of diet. I just really like cheese. And I was like, hey, let me give these a try. Because it's like dried cheese, you know, or freeze-dried cheese. I'm not sure if it's freeze-dried or dehydrated. But it's really good. And as you can see, I already tore into one. So I think I ate more than 1 serving though. And this definitely is not a payday prep, ladies and gentlemen. This is just something that Little Miss Alaska Prepper really enjoys. She loves mangoes. So I went ahead and picked one of these up as a treat because these, again, are a little pricey. And stand by, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to tell you how it is that I got all of this for free. Now, for those of you that have a Costco near you, go to your Costco's and get some butter. This butter was at a great sale. And I have a lot of butter, ladies and gentlemen. But I like to keep a lot of butter on stock. All right? I usually keep them in the freezer. This butter was $9 and something cents. I'm thinking it was like $9.23 for 4 pounds. Now, that may sound like a lot to some people that maybe live in the lower 48s in some different states or parts of the country. But $2 and change for a pound of butter here is outstanding. So I ended up getting 12 pounds altogether. Outstanding price. Now, I have plenty of dishwashing soap. However, this is my favorite soap. I think it does a great job in cleaning dishes. Not only that, it has several other uses. So every time that I see that these are on sale, these were $8 and change each. Every time I see that they are on sale, if I have room in the shelf where I keep these, I always go ahead and grab 1 or 2 more. Same thing with the Downy Stoppables, with those little Downy crystals, or whatever they're called. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I like my clothes to smell good, right? And even though these are not, you know, those Downy Stoppables, even though those are not something that you need, it's really nice if you think about it, that if something were to happen where the stress levels went up. Number one, you can keep a normalcy about how you operate in your household every day. And even something as small as something that you use to make your clothes smell a little bit better can make a big difference to the morale of your team, right? Be it community or family or whatever it is that you belong to. I got more chicken. This chicken breast, the 6-pack of cans of the Kirkland chicken breast, was still on sale. It was either still on sale or they placed it back on sale for a great price. $8.59 a 6-pack. So I went ahead and got 3 more 6-packs because I checked my pantry and I can fit those in the space that I have where I keep most of my protein. The pineapple juice is something that we regularly go through here. So I went ahead and picked up a 3-pack of those cans of Dole pineapple juice. Now for the deal of the day. I have been putting off buying these number 10 cans of green beans and corn because to me it seems like it's just too much in there for you to open one can. And my wife even told me, why don't you buy some of these? And I've been telling her for like the last month and a half, no, it's just too big of a can. Well, today they were at a great price. The green beans were $2.50 per number 10 can. And the corn was $3 per number 10 can. Now, when I looked at these and I saw the price, I took out my calculator, I took out my phone, took out the calculator, and I was like, okay, so I pay roughly 64 cents for a 14.5-ounce can of green beans at the commissary, and I pay roughly 68 cents for the same size can of corn at the commissary, be it it's the store brand and not the Del Monte. If I were to buy the Del Monte at the commissary, it'd be almost twice as much. They're $1 and change per can. So I just went ahead and figured it out for the store brand at the commissary. It turns out that for the green beans and the corn, it's very similar. You're getting about, or I'm getting about twice as much green beans for the same price that I would pay for at the commissary. So if I bought 6 cans at the commissary, it would cost me roughly just shy of $4, right? And those green beans were, and it takes about between 6 and 7 cans, all right, to make up one of those number 10 cans, all right? So I just said 6. But let's say it's $4. It might be $4 and change, you know, a few pennies. But let's say $4. I ended up getting just as much, but for $2.50. Same thing with the corn. The corn came out to about the same savings, almost half. So buying it like this, I'm paying almost half, just a little more than half, if I would buy the cans individually. All right, so now for storage. Okay, so let's say first of all, these are going in my long-term food storage. I have a whole bunch of individual cans, small cans of corn, and a whole bunch of small cans of green beans and peas. These are going in deep storage. These are going to collect dust. For example, let's say that we ended up having to dip into these for whatever reason, be it because we were rotating them 3 years from now or 2 years from now, or because something did happen and we had to get into these. What I figured we could do is this. Number one, we would only open up one vegetable per week. In this case, let's say we would only open up green beans for that week. I figured that can has enough for my entire family to eat 3 meals because we really like green beans and we really like corn. We really like peas too. So each can has enough for each of us or for our family to have 3 meals. All right. Same thing with the corn. So we would open one week, one the other week. Or we would know that when we open one of these, we're going to eat at least 3 meals that week with green beans. Same thing with the corn. So that there won't be any waste. All right. Now, if you have a lot more people with you than 4, then you could probably go through one of these cans in one meal. And therefore, it would probably benefit you to buy a whole bunch of these and stock them up. Now, let me go ahead and show you a couple of things that I bought, ladies and gentlemen, that I did pay for, but everything that you've seen till now, I did not pay for. Let me go ahead and show you a couple of things that I did pay for. All right, so there's a few other things that I purchased, ladies and gentlemen. I think I told you about the elderberry that I bought. I purchased some black elderberry from Amazon, and I purchased 2 containers that came with 180 capsules each. As you can see over there behind the elderberry, the other container over there, I showed you this during my live stream. This is the N95 masks that I went and got at Lowe's when I was there. No, at Home Depot, I'm sorry, at Home Depot. And that was one of 2 that was left, and that's it. They were all out. And as you can see over here, that's just another set of replacement filters for the masks that I showed you guys a few videos back. If you haven't seen that video where I showed you all the different types of masks that you can get locally that are pretty effective, instead of getting like a full face mask, because those are somewhat pricey, that's just a replacement set of filters for that. And something to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably a good idea for you to take a look at what tools you have and see if they require any parts that may not be up to par or that are not serviceable. I have one of those Ryobi drills, and it's a great drill. I've used the heck out of this thing. I mean, I have used the heck out of this thing. I mean, you can see how worn it is. All right, but it's a great drill. And I've already gone through 2 sets of batteries for that drill. And I just noticed that these batteries were on sale. Now, these batteries are normally well over $100 for a set of 2. And they were on sale for like $79. So I purchased them because I know that in the future I will probably end up needing more. Now, why am I bringing this up? Trying to make the point that if you have tools or things that you know that you may need that have parts that need to be serviced or that can go bad, you may want to think about getting some spare parts for that item. And it doesn't have to be a drill, and it doesn't have to be a battery. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so give me a second. It'll be a second for you, maybe a minute for me to set up here, and then I'm going to explain to you how it is that I got all of my payday preps for free this time around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you for hanging in there. I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious as to how I got all that food for free. So before I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this. What I'm about to show you can be very dangerous. All right? It's supposed to be for people that are disciplined, all right, and won't get carried away. All right? So it can be very dangerous, and you have to be very careful. But I'm going to show you exactly how it is that I use these 2 credit cards. Number 1 is the Citi card that I got for Costco. And number 2 is the Amazon Prime card. So I've heard this said before, and it goes like this. If you know about interest, you can earn interest or earn money. But if you don't know about interest, you will more than likely pay interest. In other words, costing you. Everything that I do as far as spending cash or spending money, I do with those 2 credit cards. Very, very little things like getting my coffee in the morning, I pay with cash, things like that. But whenever I go shopping for anything, I use my Costco credit card. Whenever I shop via Amazon, I use my Amazon credit card. And how is it that I got all of that stuff for free from Costco? Well, for those of you that have a Costco membership, and a lot of you may even have a Costco credit card, right? You earn a rebate every year. So at this time every year, they will give you a rebate depending on how much stuff you purchase throughout the year. So it doesn't just have to be used at Costco. But ladies and gentlemen, what you have to realize is that you have to be very disciplined with this. Whenever I use this credit card, especially, well, my Costco or my Amazon, whenever I use it, I already have the money in the bank. It's already there. And I always always make sure that I pay my bill in full every month before the cycle ends. For example, for the Costco Citibank credit card, the cycle for this credit card ends on the 20th of every month. So if I have a bill on this card, I make sure that I get into my bank account and that I send them every single penny. And usually I'll send them maybe $10 more, or I'll round it off to $100 of what I owe them before the cycle ends. That way I don't have to pay 1 penny in interest on either of these cards. I do the same thing with the Amazon card as well. And with the Amazon card, you earn 5% on everything that you purchase using your Amazon card. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not promoting credit cards, but I'm just letting you know that this is one of the things that I use to save money. A lot of people will say, well, there have been studies that have been made that say that if you have a credit card, you'll spend 12% more than the average person. Ladies and gentlemen, that's if you're not an adult. If you're not self-disciplined, yes, of course, I'm sure you'll spend more than what you need, right? Just because you have a card and you can't feel the pain of actually spending cash, all right? If you're an adult, if you can follow a budget, if you can stick to paying off your bill every single month, no matter what, right? Then you can make money by having a credit card like this and not pay interest and get free stuff. I look forward to this time of the year, every year, because before it used to be with Sam's Club, and I had a Sam's Club credit card as well, and I did the same thing. But I look forward to this part of the year every year because I get to get my rebate and I go shopping for free. And it didn't cost me anything extra that I wasn't going to spend anyways. For example, with my Costco credit card, I had a dental bill that I had to pay. It was $1,100, something like that. I have the money in the bank, but why not pay it with this and get whatever rebate I'm going to get by using this card? I have an unexpected automotive bill that I'm going to have to pay next week, all right? And it's about $1,000, all right? Some people may say, ouch, but I'm actually glad that I have to pay that because it's going to fix a problem in my Suburban, and it's going to allow my Suburban to last a lot longer. I'd rather spend $1,000, $2,000 every year in maintenance than to have an $800, $900 payment for a vehicle of the same type that's new, right? So I have no problem doing that. But when I pay that bill for my Suburban getting fixed, I'm going to go ahead and use my credit card. And then the next day, I'm going to go to my bank, all right, online. I'm going to send the credit card the money that I would have paid them straight out of my bank and get the rebate. I use this card for gas, so I probably average about between $2,500 and $3,000 a year in gasoline, just to get back and forth to work. I get a rebate for that, all right? Same thing with the Amazon card. You get a rebate every quarter for about 5% of what it is that you spent. So there are ways, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not advocating that you all go get a credit card and max it out. That's absolutely not what this is about. But not only with credit cards, there are ways that you can get things at very, very low prices or for nothing. I was reading a comment the other day. The person that was replying to the comment was telling this person, hey, you can go to a food bank and they could probably help you out and you can use that food for your preps. A lot of times, food banks also have to throw away food because the food that they have sometimes will go beyond the best by date, and they may not be allowed to pass it out. It may be different in every state, but this person was telling that other person, go ahead and go to a food bank and see if they can help you out. There's always a way to save money. There's always a way to make money. So if you're short on funds for prepping, think outside the box. This is just one of the ways that I like to make a little extra money during the year. I love it. You know why? Because I have not paid 1 penny in interest on either of these credit cards. But throughout the year, between both of them, I've probably gotten back around $800 to $900 in rebates. All right. And I've used that money, as you can see now, to do my payday prep. Same thing with the Amazon. A lot of the things that I buy from Amazon, whenever I get that rebate. As a matter of fact, I just bought something today because Amazon gave out their rebates for this quarter. So I just bought something today from Amazon that I paid nothing for just because I used their credit card. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I've got for this payday prep. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have ways of making extra income or saving big bucks, leave it in the comments. That way, if someone that's reading through it doesn't know about it, maybe they'll be able to use your idea. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this payday prep. I certainly did. Let me tell you what, shopping is not easy. All right, I was beat after I did all that stuff. And then when you get home, you realize that you have to bring it all in and put it away. So remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I'm Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.